I have been thinking about something. When did parenting stops being something we do and start becoming something that defines how we feel about ourselves? Because that shift is subtle, but it changes everything. In my last video, I talked about guilt. How even when we are trying our best, it still feels like we are falling short. But I think there is something deeper under that. It is not just about what happens with our child, it is what it starts to mean about us. If we lose patience, we don't just feel bad about the moment. We start questioning ourselves. What kind of parent I am? And that question is very, very heavy because it's no longer about behavior. It becomes about identity. And I don't think this happens accidentally. When we are constantly exposed to better ways of parenting, it slowly creates a standard in our mind, not just for what we do, but for who we are supposed to be. And again, this doesn't affect everyone the same way. Some people have more support, more space, others are figuring this out in a completely different environments, but the expectation still feels the same. I have noticed this in myself too. A moment happens and it passes, but the feeling stays. Not because it was a big mistake, but because of what it made me think about myself. And I think this is where it becomes dangerous when parenting stops being something we are learning and starts becoming something we are judging ourselves through. I don't think we are meant to tie our self worth to every moment we get right or wrong. But I also understand why it happens because we care. And maybe that's the real conversation here. Not just how we parent, but how we see ourselves while we are doing it. So, I want to ask you something honestly. Have you ever had a moment where something small happened, but it made you question yourself as a parent? I would really love to understand that better because now I'm thinking of creating next video on how do we separate who we are from how perfectly we parent. So stay tuned. Until then, take care.